because California fought back. In October 2021, San Francisco shut down In-N-Out's only location in the city. Not because of food safety violations, not because of health code problems. They shut it down because In-N-Out refused to become the vaccination police. The city's vaccine mandate required restaurants to check proof of vaccination before allowing customers to dine indoors. In-N-Out refused. Chief Legal and Business Officer Arnie Wensinger released a statement that became national news. "We refuse to become the vaccination police for any government. It is unreasonable, invasive, and unsafe to force our restaurant associates to segregate customers into those who may be served and those who may not."
7 years ago today, 2 days after Gavin Newsom was elected governor of California, one of Gavin Newsom's biggest donors killed 85 people by sparking the campfire on state-managed land because PG&E had faulty equipment they hadn't addressed in 99 years. They destroyed paradise, burning down nearly 20,000 structures, and PG&E were found liable for 85 counts of murder, forced to pay a massive settlement. But what did they do? They paid Gavin Newsom $208,000 and he bailed them out. To this day, 7 years later, many of PG&E's victims have still not received their full settlement payments. 7 years later, 75% of Paradise is just burnt out empty lots. Now you know why I keep saying the Palisades won't be rebuilt in my lifetime. Gavin Newsom's friends literally destroyed Paradise, and to this day, only a fraction of it has been rebuilt. What a horrific showcase of Gavin Newsom's impotence and corruption, doing the bidding of corporate lobbyists, abandoning fire victims, allowing California towns to rot after fires burn through the neglected, overgrown state forest. Oh, and remember his infamous French Laundry dinner during the COVID lockdowns? Guess who was hosting the swanky dinner? A PG&E lobbyist. Since that fire, have we learned anything? Has anything changed? Newsom is still neglecting all the dead brush. Communities like mine are still getting destroyed by fires on state land, and dozens of people are dying. What happens after the fire? We get ignored, neglected, and pushed out by his wealthy buddies to replace our families with high-density housing. It's a sad day and a horrific legacy for Gavin Newsom.
Meanwhile,
Governor Newsom recently attended a birthday dinner up in wine country at the French Laundry.
Nancy Pelosi was found in San Francisco at a hair salon.
There were 12 people at Newsom's dinner.
Even though salons in California are not only open for outdoor service.
No social distancing here. Not one of them is wearing a mask. Hypocrisy, greed, selfishness, stupidity.
Do as I say, not as I do, says Nancy Pelosi.
As a small business owner, what was your reaction when Governor Gavin Newsom was caught indoor dining at the French Laundry? Did you feel that that was kind of a stab to the back to the small business community, especially here in LA County, considering that indoor and outdoor dining are banned here?
Anger and frustration are the two words best describe how I felt. I get that sometimes these people have difficult decisions they have to make. I get that, but then when you blatantly disregard exactly what you're telling the citizens of your state to do, the business owners of your state to do, and you're out there saying, do as I say, not as I do, how can you take anything seriously that these people are saying to us, any of these mandates, any of these requirements that we're supposed to abide by, when they clearly are not following them and they clearly are not taking this as seriously as they're demanding and mandate that we do ourselves?
It felt like he is a different class and he doesn't see himself as one of us. It honestly felt like kings and peasants, and they don't live by the rules that they put for us. So it feels like we are the peasants just sitting here begging to be able to do takeout and delivery and struggling for those scraps of business, while he is at a lavish dinner with friends, spending thousands and thousands of dollars.
You've got to ask yourself, if they're breaking all their own rules, then how seriously do they actually take this? And how seriously do they take the rules that they're putting in place? That's A. And B, if they're breaking all of their own rules, then do they feel as if they live on an elite standard that all of us obviously can't relate to? Are they smarter than us? Do we really need their leadership? Do we need them to be mandating and telling us how we should be treating our own bodies and the risks that we should be taking, considering the risk level is different for absolutely everybody? Leadership has failed us in California and beyond, and the dictators that are calling themselves governments and governors who are telling us what to do aren't even
that a few weeks ago, I was asked to go to a friend's 50th birthday. My wife and I, a friend that I've known for almost 20 years, and a friend that had put a lot of time and energy into his 50th birthday. It was in Napa, which was in the orange status, relatively loose compared to some other counties. It was to be an outdoor restaurant, and we started the program started at 4 o'clock. It was one of those early reservations. I got there a little bit late at 4:30, and as soon as I sat down at the larger table, I realized it was a little larger group than I had anticipated, and I made a bad mistake. Instead of sitting down, I should have stood up and walked back, got in my car, and drove back to my house. Instead, I chose to sit there with my wife and a number of other couples that were outside the household. You can quibble about the guidelines, et cetera, but the spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that. We're all human. We all fall short sometimes. We've been out, and I think for 3 times since, in fact, I know it's been 3 times because I remember all of those dinners very, very vividly since February, just 3 times. Twice with my wife, by myself, outdoors, and then this one occasion with a larger group. And there were just a few extra people there than the spirit of what I am promoting. And so if we're going to minimize mixing, you gotta own up to that. So I just want folks to know that. Paid for our dinner, and we had an early dinner, but it didn't matter. I shouldn't have been there. I should have turned back around. And so when that happens, you pay the price, but you also own the mistake, and you don't ever make it again. And you have my word on that.
Meanwhile, one of Southern California's most popular burger chains is moving its company headquarters out of the Golden State. In-N-Out Burger has announced plans to move to Tennessee.
Like you said, there's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here.
In-N-Out Burger came to California in 1948. They came to the state when it was hungry for California-style drive-through dining. And now, after 77 years, the billionaire CEO and owner is walking away. December 2025, lines stretching for hours at their first Tennessee locations. The company opened its doors to massive crowds in Lebanon, Antioch, and Murfreesboro. You might have heard the news, but do you know what battles In-N-Out fought with California before the owner decided to leave? Do you know what Lindsay Snyder actually said? Because In-N-Out is privately held and worth an estimated $7.3 billion, with Lindsay Snyder as the sole owner. This is not a struggling company. A billionaire who built her fortune on California's love for double-doubles does not move her family to Tennessee because she has to. She moves because she wants to.
Who I am today. I think I would be different if I was raised in Southern California. Like you said, there's a lot of great
The choice to leave California after spending her entire life there, and the CEO finally explained why. Lindsay Snyder released statements that her team carefully crafted. She said raising a family is not easy in California. She said doing business is not easy in California. That is the official language from a podcast appearance in July 2025. But if you read between the lines, she is saying something else entirely. She is saying California made it impossible for her to stay and raise her children there. You need to understand what In-N-Out represents. Your childhood memories of California probably include In-N-Out. Your first date might have been at In-N-Out. Your late-night cravings were satisfied at In-N-Out. The chain has 431 locations across 10 states, but 281 of those locations sit in California. That is 65% of their entire footprint. In-N-Out is California. Harry and Esther Snyder founded the company in Baldwin Park in 1948, creating California's first drive-through hamburger stand. They built an empire on fresh ingredients, never frozen beef, and hand-cut fries. Lindsay Snyder is the granddaughter of the founders. She inherited the company at age 17 after her father died in 1999. She has spent her entire adult life running this business and defending California's most iconic food brand. So why would the woman who owns one of the most beloved brands in California history decide to leave? Because California fought back. In October 2021, San Francisco shut down In-N-Out's only location in the city. Not because of food safety violations, not because of health code problems. They shut it down because In-N-Out refused to become the vaccination police. The city's vaccine mandate required restaurants to check proof of vaccination before allowing customers to dine indoors. In-N-Out refused. Chief Legal and Business Officer Arnie Wensinger released a statement that became national news. "We refuse to become the vaccination police for any government. It is unreasonable, invasive, and unsafe to force our restaurant associates to segregate customers into those who may be served and those who may not."
Flashback.
I don't. Okay. Oh, relax your arm a little bit. There we go.
Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Let's go! Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Get on the fucking floor! Stop resisting! Where's the handcuff? I need a handcuff right now. Get his arm. I got it. Here, get the handcuff to the legs. I need a handcuff. I'm going for his left arm. Alright. Oh.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! You will get tagged! You will get tagged!
Alright, right to them.
Just wait.
I got left cuff on.
Stop resisting or you will get tagged!
Ankles on! Do you hear me? Do not move. Do not move.
You will get tagged!
I got it. Put it behind his back. Alright. I got his other arm.
Dude, my shoulder hurts.
His right arm.
It's right there.
Give us your other arm!
I can't!
Stay down. Under his chest. Stay down.
Fuck, dude.
Stay down.
Go for it.
Stay down.
Where's black glove in this thing with your hand? Dude, my left toe. My pinky, left toe. Alright.
Get the shots
on.
Little lock. Little double lock? Yeah, they do. Get them locked.
Stay down.
Alright, check it. Just try to squeeze it and see better. Well, they're double lock. Alright. We're gonna listen up later.
Alright. We're gonna lift him up.
We're gonna lift you up to your knees.
Or you want him to carry? You want us to carry him?
Carry him like
Carry
that,
him.
just like that.
Okay. Over the shoulder. Over the shoulder.
1, 2, 3.
Bring him over in front of the couch and the medical over here. Medic! Medic!
Stay down.
The extraction team can break away so that we can look out and ask questions.
He's bleeding from his face. Man. Roll over.
My message to unvaccinated Americans is this. What more is there to wait for? What more do you need to see? We've made vaccinations free, safe, and convenient. The vaccine has FDA approval. Over 200 million Americans have gotten at least one shot. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us. So please do the right thing, but just don't take it from me. Listen to the voices of unvaccinated Americans who are lying in hospital beds, taking their final breath saying, if only I'd gotten vaccinated. If only. It's a tragedy. Please don't let it become yours.
We called the Federal Trade Commission and we said, all right, what's this about? Would you please give us some insight on what are your concerns with what we're doing? Did we do something wrong? They said, look, just be careful and make sure that there's nothing on your website or anything that you put out there on radio or television or advertising that is making any claims of something that can't be substantiated. Well, I said, no problem. Well, at that time, we already had 112 papers that supported the benefits of vitamin D for COVID, and we had 24 papers that supported zinc for COVID. In fact, one of them was a paper that was funded by Tony Fauci, by NIH, done in 2010. Our attorneys said, all right, we'll just keep moving forward. And I get a phone call from my attorney. And my attorneys said, hey, Eric, we got good news and we got bad news. I said, well, what's the good news? Well, the good news is we think you just set a Guinness Book World Record. I said, well, what's the record? Well, you just got sued by the government for $508 billion for telling people to take vitamin D and zinc during COVID.
When it's time to go, you can choose how. You can wait for enforcement, or you can leave on your terms. The CBP Home app lets you self-deport with dignity, directly, and securely. Don't wait. Decide how it ends.
Crying harder. Crying harder. Trump is your president. Crying harder. Crying harder. Trump is your president.
On the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" exclamation point, catch exclamation point.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
And shut down the Senate! We are at war!
We're in a war right now.
We are at war.
So you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
And that's why the gloves are off.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
And yes, there are many threats to democracy. We see it with these extreme candidates.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
You can only push people so far, and then they start to take matters into their own hands.
What the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight.
You know, this is literally call to arms.
The MAGA movement is a threat.
But Michelle says that, when they go low, we go high. No.
With all due respect, if they go low, we don't go high.
When they go low, we kick them.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
And make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down, because they deserve it.
Get up in the face of some Congress people.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
We have to fight this in the streets.
We're going to fight it in the streets. It's time to step out of your comfort zone and step out into the streets.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist! You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
He's not going to have a third term. He may not finish his term.
Yes, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. Just saying. There will be news sometime. Just so you know, there will be news.
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. Most important thing is my faith in my life.
But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.